What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about Jesus Coin today. I'm going to try to make it brief because my throat really hurts, guys. I'm not feeling good at all. I'm not kidding. Like, it actually really hurts to talk. It hurts to even drink water. I don't have a cough, but I feel like crap. But enough about me. We came here for the TA. That's why I'm here. That's why you're here. If you want to hit the like button, it might help with the sore throat, or the subscribe. I've heard that, an age-old remedy is to subscribe to somebody who has a sore throat. That tends to get them over. It's anti-inflammatory. It's got antioxidants in it, so it's good for your skin. I'm pretty sure it's even packed with protein if you hit that subscribe button. So help me out, guys. Anyways, looking at this here. Oof, man, it hurts. It hurts to swallow. We are in the overbought zone. We're in the overbought zone on the daily. It's the first time that we've been overbought in a while. I want to go back and observe what kind of growth we saw after, not before, but after being in the overbought zone. So let's take a stroll down memory lane, right? You guys remember this? Oh, this was great. This is when things were just getting interesting. We weren't sure if it was going to go higher, but we were all pretty sure, right? And it gave us the longest consolidation phase we've seen throughout this whole move, other than obviously this, but just this whole move up. We got overbought right here. Okay, cool. Let's go back. Wow. Overbought, not this day. Not this day here. You can see the vertical line intersects down here. But it was this day. This day we were overbought. So on a closing basis, to where we went in the immediate short term, we grew 424% to kick off the move. So of course it's going to be big. Beautiful. Love to see it. And we got out of the overbought zone here, but I'm not going to count that. I'm going to count this overall as one move. I hope that makes sense. If not, if you really want to count that, then we could say you moved up 31%, and then you came down, and then you went up less than whatever. But I feel like this is all part of the move that originally got us up there. You weren't overbought, like you were not overbought for a day, and then you got back overbought the next day. So anyways, out of it here, more sustained, sure. I wouldn't say that you got into the overbought zone here. I'd say you rejected it, right? Personally, I call that cherry picking if you want, but personally, you got a little bit above it. I would say you're rejecting the overbought zone. Okay, here we are, getting into it, clearly getting into it now. Okay, on a closing basis here on this day, you got into it, and you increased 62%. Not nearly as spectacular, but still pretty nice. Still pretty nice. Now here we are again after being not overbought for quite a while. We got it right here on, what day was it? Not this day, but this day. So on a closing basis there to the top, 357%. And if you guys remember through my previous videos, I have been comparing this move to this move and this move more, like that's the expectation more than this move here. So this first breakout, the last breakout we had, I'm assuming that we're going to see something closer to this. Is personally what I'm expecting. But let's do 62%. Let's see what that gets us. Oof, 62%. Okay, the minimum one that we've seen so far. That would take us to 608. I think any and all of us will be ecstatic when the price gets there. So that I'm okay with that. I would be a little bit sad because I'm expecting more, but I'm okay with that. And it does match up with a couple of other things too. From top to bottom, that does hit the 1272, the minimum kind of fib extension that we would see. Now, if we take some other things into consideration, hold on, first, real quick before we do that, actually, I'll come back to this, but 1618 would be 118%. If we saw the smallest growth that we've seen after that was 357, let's say we saw half of that, which would be about 153. That'd take us to our 1786 here, which is way higher than I've been calling for, right? I'm calling for the 501. That's at 501251. That's almost 25% higher. And if we did see a 300% growth or more, that could take us to our 2272. It could take us, you guys, to the land of the twos, 502s. And I haven't been considering this level at all, like really, until the last 3 days. And I know it sounds moon boyish, I know it really does, but mainly I've been focused on like this area here with like maybe the possibility of seeing the 1886, but there is a lot of stuff. This isn't the first time I've like found something that lines up with prices all the way up here, especially if we think this is going to end with a bang. It really could go all the way up here. And being that we only have 4 days left until the burn, it is possible. that we could continue to grow after the burn. It is possible. I'm still going to sell on the burn. It's in my blood. It's in my DNA. Buy the hype, sell the news. That's what I'm going to do. I'll be congratulating all of you for buying my bag and taking it higher and hopefully selling at higher prices. Okay? I'll only congratulate you if you actually make profits on it. Okay? If not, selling down here is still more profitable than holding up to here and then holding all the way down here. Okay? Just keep that in mind. We all bought this to make money. You didn't buy it to pump someone else's bag. You didn't buy it to pay a premium on a membership. This group is free, right? Anybody can be a part of the Jesus Coin community. It costs you $60,4882, right? That's what it costs you to get into this community. So you don't need much. So again, I will congratulate those who take profits up here if we're not here by the time that the burn happens. But either way, again, the plan for me has always been the same. I'm taking profits on the burn. I'm taking profits on the burn. But enough about me. What I wanted to talk about was back here, whenever I was looking at the 1272, the 62% move that we had, right? That was at the 1272 to 1414. Let's see now, instead of off percentages, because I've done this a couple times, but it's been a second, so I kind of forget. But let's just see. Can't really do it here, so I won't. Let's just see what we've done on fib extensions. So from top to bottom here, that was like a fake out, so we're not going to count it. You went to your 1618. At least your 1618 there, right? That's where your next move was. Overall, to your 3618, nice, but first move was 1618. However you want to count it, 3618, 1618, either way. Top to bottom here, again, you went to your 3618. And we actually tipped it. Look at that. That's where we found resistance right here, guys. This 3618 is pretty significant, right? Both times. Let's go all the way back. Let's just see. Let's just see if we can find any, maybe down here, bottom to top. We didn't find support on the 3618, but we did at least hit the 1414 in between the 1414 and 1618. I don't know if this is appropriate. It doesn't look like it respected it really too well. But let's go here. Let's just see what we did previously. Top to bottom, early days, 1618, 1786, right? Hit the 1786 perfectly. Top to bottom here, all the way up at the 2, literally hit the 2 perfectly. Kind of had a little stop at the 1786 again, right in that area. So all of that to say, what I'm getting at is, to me it looked like the average was in between about 1618 to the 2s, 2 even to the 3618. Now I don't think we're going to see this by the burn. Maybe we do see this overall. Maybe it continues to grow all the way up there. That's possible. I don't think it's going to happen before the halving. I think prices like that might be more achievable after we see some more significant consolidation. But maybe I'm wrong. I would really be kicking myself in the butt if I sold down here when I could have sold it all the way up here. But sometimes these things happen, right? It's just the game we play. But you can't be upset with taking profits. But long story short, the minimum that we've seen really was the 1618. The maximum was up here, and there were quite a bit of iterations again right around this area here. I'm going to split the 1886 to the 1786, okay? So that gives us potential price targets anywhere from 5 zeros 1062, 5 zeros 1321, and 5 zeros 7515. Absolutely, all of those targets are possible before seeing a major correction. Now, this one up here, to me, would be more believable if we did continue, like most of you Jesus Coin faithfuls out there believe, we continue to pump after the burn. If that's the case, then yes, maybe sometime in January, maybe sometime in February, we do continue to go up there. It's possible. But it wouldn't happen by the burn. If it did, that'd be great. I think we'd all be really happy. I think I could speak for all of us. It's possible, right? Crazy things do happen, but that's a very short amount of time for a very large growth. I don't really personally expect that. But again, overbought zone today. Sorry guys, I'm making the weird faces. I'm taking these pauses because it hurts to just swallow, man. 100% gain, 117% gain, 160% gain, all the way up here. That would be a 1400% gain. Again, before seeing some kind of consolidation phase, before we like peter out, have a significant top, I just don't see that. But somewhere in between would be this like 300 to 400% level. Like we really could go up here. It doesn't have to go to any of these lines, right? we have, I don't know if we've ever like actually stopped out at one of these levels, but we can. We don't, just because we haven't before doesn't mean we can't now. But maybe we do go there. But I'm just saying there's more to me for what it looks like, more to me pointing in this area, and that would make the most sense to me than there is in this area. But over time, I think we can go there. But all that to say, guys, the highest that I personally expect us to see by the burn would be about here. The lowest, the minimum, would be right here at the 601. And I said right about here, I meant the highest being about, sorry, I said 601, I meant 501. The highest would be 5017, 1718, somewhere in that area. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm not feeling well. You're seeing me at my best here. But nice volume. Very nice volume yesterday. All that to say, talking about the potential targets, it's definitely a nice amount of increase. Is it a good time to buy? Well, at this current price, which is at 6047, I'm probably going to buy. I'm probably going to buy more. I'm probably going to buy more, and I'll explain why. But that's a potential minimum of 126% growth in 3 days. 3 days, 4 days, something like that, right? Like by the burn. That's what I'm expecting, okay? Maybe 184%. Maybe best case scenario, 220 or 272%. All within the ranges, the doable ranges that we've seen when we get into the overbought zone for the first time after being out of overbought zone, right? Those targets are even technically like low for what it is. But anyways, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I promised you guys, I didn't promise you guys, but yesterday I was saying that we might be at all-time highs by the next video. Here we are in the next video. And we didn't achieve new all-time highs, but we did achieve all-time highs to a certain degree because the daily close that we just had here is the highest daily close. It is the all-time high in daily closes that we've ever had. So we didn't get technical all-time highs, but we did get an all-time high of sorts with the day's close. We also saw the most volume that we've seen since the day that we found our all-time high. Right, and I think actually, let's see, that's the third most volume that we've seen in this thing's history, right? Oh no, it's not. That was a lie. Fourth most volume that we've seen in this thing's history. That was another lie. I think. No, fourth. It was the fourth. Man, I'm bad right now, guys. Oof. Long story short, I think we're going up more. Is it a bad time to buy? Hold on. Just hold on. Oh, man, it's bad. My nose is like all stuffed up right now. Someone get me a tissue. I think we're going to go up in the short term. Is it a bad time to buy? I mean, relatively speaking, we're near all-time highs. The old saying is buy low, sell high. It's not the best time to buy, but I do expect that we're going to see over a 100% move. With that, I am putting some of my own money in at these prices. After I make this video, I'm going to go buy some Jesus coins right now with this pretty substantial bag, okay? But with buying here, this is a perfect area for breakout traders, right? You get a breakout, more volume, right? The most volume you've seen, arguably the fourth highest volume you've seen in this thing's history. Closed above its highest close that it had before. Clear breakout move, right? If you're a breakout trader, this is like chomping at the bits because you're still below the all-time high here. So like really what we're looking for is confirmation, but I think we'll get it. Man, it's bad, guys. I'm so sorry. Is it a bad time to buy? I don't think it's a bad time to buy if you stick to these rules, okay? These very clear rules, which is that if you're buying here, take profits soon. Don't mess around with it. Everybody's saying that the burn is not a big deal. Like, don't forget why you got interested in the first place. A lot of you got interested not just because of the name. Like, of course, the name Jesus in Jesus coin drew a lot of people. But when you heard about the burn, that sparked a little curiosity and belief that this thing could grow a lot. Besides just the obvious reason, the meme of Jesus itself, which is it's a meme, but it's not a meme, right? I mean, let's be real. It's a meme, but it's also like it's not a meme because it's full of a bunch of people who are really committed to the cause. I'll just leave it at that. But what I'm trying to say is this is a perfect time to buy if you're a breakout trader. It's the perfect time to buy if you're trying to speculate in the short term. And what I mean by that is we have a news-driven event that's coming up on the 25th if you buy here, not financial advice, and I'm buying here, wherever the price is on the burn, whether it's higher, whether it's a little bit lower and I have to take a loss, whatever, I'm selling on the burn. This is a very short-term hold, and I do plan on buying here. I'm actually going to buy right after this video because it's at an area. I was waiting for it to come back down to the 4.7s. Here it is. I think this is going to be a low. And I think we'll go higher. I mean, we could even go a little bit lower. Maybe we check back on this previous daily close. It's so classic to do, right? Check back on that and then go higher. But I'm not going to mess with it. I'm just going to get in and wait until the burn. I don't care where the price is at. It could be at my target tomorrow. It could be all the way up here at 5 zeros tomorrow. I still wouldn't sell. I'm not selling until the burn date itself. That's my personal opinion. So that's all I got for you guys. I'm sorry I'm a bit of a mess right now. Not sorry though. Can't really help it, but you know, this RSI right here getting overbought, I think it's a big deal. Closing above the previous all-time high with significant volume, I think it's a big deal. Looking at the 4-hour RSI, we are overbought a little bit, but hey, we're coming down right now on this candle, kind of cooling off. Lower low in the RSI while having a higher low in the price. That's nice to see for continuation. Love to see it. Not a lot of volume coming in on the downside. Love to see it. 1 hour here. Yeah, volume's dying off. We're kind of like in a small like consolidation phase, right? Volume's dying off. When the volume comes in, we'll probably break out again. But we could absolutely go lower than this. I don't care though. I don't care where the price is, because as soon as I end this video, man, I'm going to buy it. So holding this 50 area like we have before, again, like I would expect that it goes a little bit lower to like the 4 zeros, maybe not the 4 zeros 2 or 6 zeros 4 2, but 6 zeros 4 5 is kind of where I'm looking. Maybe it goes a little bit lower even. You know, you could hold this kind of like structure. I don't know. But I'm going to buy here. I'm just going to buy here. And I don't know, man. I feel like I'm droning on at this point. If anybody wants to buy Jesus coin, not financial advice, but it should be short game. Short game. Don't bet the farm. Don't bet the farm on something that's near its all-time highs right now, that has a serious event coming up that people claim is not serious, but it's serious. It's a big deal for Jesus coin, man, because guess what? If the burn happens and you want to say it's not a big deal, okay, cool, believe that. But if the burn is supposed to happen and it doesn't happen, that would be a big deal, right? We would all think something suspicious is going on. That'd be a little bit weird if these coins that are supposed to be burned didn't get burned, right? That would not be good. So don't pretend that it's not a big deal if the good thing happens, but it's a big deal if the bad, like it's a big deal. This event is a very big deal. And I know we all know that the price that the tokens are going to burn, right? That's the perceived expected. And I'm not a programmer. I don't know the code itself. I'm taking all this on hearsay from people that I find trustworthy, who are smarter than me in this field. But I'm just saying, you never know the future. And if you pretend for a second that the burn is not a big deal, then let me ask you this again. If the burn didn't take place, if those tokens all of a sudden now were not burnt, would it be a big deal? Absolutely. It would cause me a little bit of panic, man. It'd be a big deal. So it can't be a big deal one way, but not the other way. That doesn't make any sense. So when we're around this event, I would expect this big deal event that selling here, buying the hype, selling the news, is going to play out beautifully. Not financial advice, but it should be. And if we continue to grow afterwards, cool, whatever. Maybe it continues to grow afterwards, but then ultimately it will see a more grand consolidation just like it did last time. I don't think that it'll be as long as last time. Maybe it is. Maybe it's longer, but I don't think it will be as long. But I do think multiple months of sustained downside movements. It won't be like a quick drop, right? It won't be like this. It'll be more like this in overall shape. That's my kind of thought. But if you like the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to see more. If you want to buy Jesus coin, go on Coinbase Wallet or Uniswap or CalSwap, any of those. Not Coinbase, Coinbase Wallet, that's what I use. And yeah, if you're having a hard time selling any of them or like swapping them on whatever exchange you're on, send them to Coinbase Wallet or to Uniswap, because those I know definitely work. So from personal experience, right, you're not going to have a hard time selling there. Most of the liquidity is on Uniswap anyways. So anyways, that's all I got for you guys. Again, if you liked the video, hit that like button, subscribe to see more. I'm sorry I'm such a mess. I've been all over the place, but I hope it made sense. I'm very excited for the price, so much so that I'm going to buy more. I'm going to buy a substantial amount more, guys. I'm not putting $100 in. I'm not even putting 10 times that in, right? Yeah, not even 10 times that. We're gonna put a lot more than that in there. So I'm very confident in this thing going up. If it denies me, if it makes me sad, I will let you guys know. If it goes down, then oh well. But I don't think it's gonna happen. I do think we're gonna go up. And yeah. Before I keep trying to convince myself, I'm gonna leave it there. So. Bye bye. Take care. Bye bye.